Iggy Azalea has now released her third studio album, End of an Era. This has been said by Iggy to be her final album. Iggy Azalea kicked off her End of an Era when she released Sip It featuring Tyga, as well as a bonus song titled Brazil. Sip It received a lot of mixed reviews for trying to be a Cream 2.0, and the fact that the song does use an excessive amount of autotune. Sip It underperformed, and compared to her last album's lead single Sally Walker, which debuted on the Billboard Hot 100 at number 62, and even Cream, which debuted and peaked at number 96 on the Hot 100, Sip It was just not up to par with the two. Although people thought Sip It would be on the album because it's kind of what kicked off this era, it's actually not, and the bonus song she released with Sip It, Brazil, is actually on the album. When Brazil came out, it actually did receive a lot of positive reviews from fans. A lot of people liked the beat and felt like it was the better song between itself and Sip It. 2 months after Sip It, Iggy released her second single from End of an Era, I Am the Strip Club, which is an upbeat rap, almost house dance type of record. I really like the song from her. It's catchy, the music video is great, it's a vibe, but the song also underperformed compared to some of her previous works. Just a few weeks after I Am the Strip Club, and only about 2 weeks before End of an Era album release, Iggy Azalea released her collab with Sophia Scott titled Sex on the Beach. The song is really not anything like the first two singles. It's a little more fun and less hip hop, even though Iggy is still rapping in her verses. I really feel like Sophia Scott did the song justice and that the two complemented each other very well. But the End of an Era album actually starts off with the song titled Sirens, which is an okay song, nothing too amazing or anything you really haven't seen from Iggy yet, but the production on it was still nice. I'm not gonna lie, the first half of the album really isn't my favorite. Brazil was the only good song from there, and Emo Club Anthem wasn't bad either. I just didn't really care for it took. I feel like the album does pick up after STFU. Something that I did notice about this album, though only having to listen a couple songs in, was that Iggy provided a good mix of songs as opposed to her last album. Iggy plays with more sounds and beats, which I think is great because it's what artists do. And I like the fact that she took the criticism from her last album and applied it. A lot of people were very critical about the fact that her In My Defense album kind of all almost sounded like the same song but just slightly tweaked. This time around, Iggy had a more braggadocious twerk type of song like Extra. It doesn't feel oversaturated, and I'm actually able to enjoy the music more. Overall, I would say this album is a 7.5 out of 10. I like the fact that Iggy was more experimental and it just didn't sound like the same songs over and over. No, not all the songs that were on there were amazing or super standout, but I'll say the only song I consider to be a bad song on the album is Peach Body, and that's just because I hate the auto-tune. My top songs on the album are Woke Up, Diamonds, I Am the Strip Club, Emo Club Anthem, and Is That Right featuring Bia. Honorable mentions are Good Times with Bad People and Sex on the Beach. And my least favorite on the album were Peach Body and STFU. I don't know why, I just really couldn't get into either of them. Iggy took a risk, and I think that this is a great last album for her, and I'm looking forward to see what else she does in her career.